Former Attorney General William Barr was on Capitol Hill today to answer questions about the Jeffrey Epstein files. In the hours after the convicted sex offender was found dead inside his Manhattan jail cell back in 2019, Barr pledged to personally lead the investigation into his death. Well, now, 6 years later, lawmakers want to hear how that inquiry was actually carried out. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman joins us now. And Katrina, thanks for being with us. I know this is something that you've been watching very carefully. What are some of the questions that lawmakers are really looking at getting answered here?
I mean, there are so many questions, and he actually seemed to answer one as he was leaving today. Reporters were shouting questions at him, and they said, "Do you still believe that Mr. Epstein died by suicide?" And he appeared to answer, "Yes, I do." But some other questions are, did they ever investigate any other theories of Epstein's death? Also, Barr personally watched 11 hours of surveillance footage from the Metropolitan Correctional Center. There's this missing minute. Attorney General Pam Bondi has said that there's a refresh that happens before midnight, but a high-level government source told CBS reporter Dan Rutnick that actually there is original footage with that minute. Did Bill Barr see that minute? What is on it? And then, of course, everyone wants to know, was there a client list? Has President Trump's name come up? Have other notable names come up? And today, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer, stepped out and he said that Bill Barr had testified that there was nothing that would implicate President Donald Trump, that he had never seen a client list. But there are just so many questions here.
Well, so many questions because there's so much attention on this case. But Katrina, I'm curious, how unusual is it for the sitting U.S. Attorney General himself to get involved in a case like this?
Highly, highly unusual for him to be personally overseeing the investigation, personally watching those 11 hours of surveillance footage. And another thing is that apparently senior members of his staff were some of the first people on the scene. And a source told us that they'd never seen anything like that in the investigation of an inmate's death in 20 years. And then, today, when he was in there, a couple of the Democratic representatives came out and said that they feel like they now have more questions than answers even. And they felt like Democrats were the only ones really asking the tough questions. They accused Republicans of just going through the motions in there.
So what happens next in this case?
Well, they've subpoenaed a number of other people, including former President Bill Clinton, his wife Hillary Clinton, other former attorney generals like Eric Holder and Merrick Garland, as well as former heads of the FBI, James Comey. But one person that notably has not been subpoenaed, but Jasmine Crockett, the representative, said today she feels like they might need to, is Alex Acosta. He was the U.S. attorney in Florida who gave Jeffrey Epstein this real sweetheart deal, a non-prosecution agreement. He notably has not been subpoenaed yet, but is someone who really might have answers here.
So you think that might be next?
It could be.
All right. We know you'll be watching. Katrina Kaufman, thank you very much.
Thank you.